Hey, welcome to the channel. If you followed me over from Instagram, hey man, I appreciate y'all more than you could ever know. If you're new here, just seeing me for the first time, welcome. I appreciate you. Please click that subscribe button. If you like the video, definitely like it. And of course, you know the bell. You got to see my stuff when I put it up. Well, without further ado, we're going to talk about the sun. We're going to talk about UFOs. And if anybody out there knows why they like to siphon the energy, please comment below. Of course, I think it's energy. I mean, traveling through space, you need a lot of fuel. So without further ado, let's get to these videos. First up, I call these guys the Borg. I mean, their ship is square. I mean, what else are you supposed to think of when you see a square spaceship in outer space that's the size of a planet? You have no choice but to say, Captain Picard, you better save my damn life. So yeah, if you don't know about them, Star Trek, alien race, extremely hostile, the Borg. You're gonna see them a lot on this video, more than any other. I don't know what it is, but they love our sun. So that's the first video, first UFO that you're gonna see. Next, this is just beyond anything that I can think of when it comes to scale. I think this personally might be the biggest UFO that I've ever seen in a video. It looks like an upside down golf club, you know, like that's just what it reminds me of when I see it. But just the way that it siphons, when it siphons this plasma from the sun, I just wonder exactly how long it took to do that. Of course, the video, it's making it seem like it's in an instant, but it's definitely not. This is a long process. That's a humongous ship. So it's probably taken a quite a bit of time to fill up the amount of energy that it needs to fill up. The question is, where are they coming from and where are they going? Do you think they're able to see us from that location? Do they have to, or are they even worried about us? They might not even care that Earth is just a few planets away. Hell, they might not even know there's life on the planet. It very well just could be for gas. And this is right here is just a little scale to give you an idea of some of these UFOs that we're seeing compared to Jupiter, our biggest planet, and of course compared to us. Here we go again. As you can see, it's not small. It's not small at all. How many beings do you think are on there? I mean, I imagine billions. This is the same shape, different day, but again, it's still there. Whether or not they came back, whether or not it's a different one, who knows? But they stay around the sun, so I figure that they travel quite often. Here you can see it again. It's faint, but you can see it. I just wonder, where are they going? They could just be going back home from wherever they visited, and I just think they might stop at every star along the way, because again, to have something that massive, you're going to need a tremendous amount of energy to push that thing through space. I mean, it looks the size of the biggest planet that we have. It might even be bigger. And I don't know, you just can't comprehend, if there's 8 billion people on Earth, how big is how many people does a spaceship the size or bigger than Jupiter? I mean, how many can it hold? I mean, what do you think, 20 billion, if you want to be realistic about it? It's just tremendous. This right here, this is a unique one. This one was rumored to have saved us from a solar flare. This spaceship or spaceships of immense proportion, and as you can see, there's a few of them here, saved us from a solar flare apparently. Whether or not that's the truth or not, I don't think we'll ever know. But again, that is the rumor when it comes to that spaceship. And if it did, hey, I appreciate it. So what's the deal with these planet-sized UFOs? I mean, why are they so big? Is it necessary? Is this their home? Is this their planet as well? Do they not have a home, and this is the only way that they sustain going through space, is just living constantly on these arcs, if you want to call them that? But the question is, how do they get so close, and how do they siphon the energy? What is it, and how long have they survived in the universe before they figured this out? That is the main question. I mean, the thought of us getting that close to the sun, it's an impossibility. We Look at Mercury. I mean, Mercury is burnt to a crisp. We have no way of doing anything like this. How long will we have to exist before our science is able to get with this kind of technology to where we do not fear the sun and instead we use it? Because right now, the way that we treat the sun and the way that we treat our planet, I mean, the sun is an enemy. If you know, in a sense, like it's more dangerous to us than it is helping us to get around the universe. But somehow they have figured out to use this energy to travel through the stars. And that is personally my belief as well, is that our secret to exploring the universe lies within the power of the sun, because we will need massive amounts of energy in order to travel from one place to another. That's just my personal feeling. And this is the first video I ever seen of anything like this. This is back from 2012. This video here just blew me away, and it opened my mind up to the just sheer size of what is out there. Even though you believe that they're out there, when you see something like this, you know that there is technology and that there are minds and that there are engineers out there on a level that we just cannot comprehend. I believe that's at least as big, if not bigger, than Jupiter. And that's really the only thing we have to compare it to, because that's the biggest thing around us anyways. So again, just look at this scale here. Tell me if you've seen anything that looked, remotely close to this size in comparison. I believe we've seen a few things. And again, are we talking about 20 billion strong that is just flying around space, looking for who knows what, seeing who knows what, going who knows where? It's so hard to imagine that many beings are on one ship going anywhere. This is unique. They called this a comet, but they said it was unlike any comet that they have ever seen for two reasons. And one is because it doesn't fit any comet category, and two, no comet has ever flown so close to the sun and actually made it out. Once they get that close, of course, they always thaw out and they disappear because it's ice. It's an ice ball. But in this particular case, it actually got within 2 million miles of the sun's surface and made it out. So to me, considering that it doesn't fit any category of a comet and it survived that little go around, that's not a comet. Let me know what you think, as usual.